Everyone, welcome to TEDx San Quentin. Coming back one more time. We're coming back in April because it's the Fair Chance Month, but it's a lot of interesting things that happened in April. April is a special month because it ushers in not just spring, but it brings in renewal, right? And this is a time that we start to celebrate those chances, fair chances. Fair chances at a career after you're released. Every person that come home should have a chance, a fair chance at reacclimating themselves back into society, a fair chance at having a job, housing. If necessary, if they have to sign up for assistance, being formally incarcerated should not be an issue. Sometimes if you have an arrest conviction, you can't even get a place to stay. Fair Chance Month is important because it's about resetting the narrative in some cases in a person's life. So you got to understand something. 1 in 3 people in the United States has an arrest or conviction history. 1 in 3, that's 1/3 of the country. On any given day in the United States, 2 million people are incarcerated. Every year, nearly 650,000 Americans return to their communities and the workforce after being incarcerated. And as if relying on over-punishment isn't enough, the United States continues to punish people by creating tremendous barriers to life stability when someone re-enters society from periods of incarceration. Now, mainstream society and the carceral systems requires people to get jobs, housing, and establish positive social networks, and at every angle, denies people the avenues to succeed. It is by design that nearly 67% of the people return to custody within 3 years. We can and must reimagine a justice system that's rooted in healing, rehabilitation, connection, and more important than all of those three, the opportunity to succeed. To give a person that one little piece they need to say, you can do this. Because sometimes in our lives, we didn't hear that, and that's all we need to hear now. Employers, policymakers, and people returning home from periods of incarceration must all learn to challenge those fears. And everybody must have to take a look at this and say, you know what, where can we grow? Challenge your fears and ask yourself, where can we grow? Challenge your fears. It was extremely difficult to sit in a room full of men and talk about how I was 15 years old and was sexually molested by an older woman. Because where I grew up at, that was something normal. And from the age of 15 all the way up to 45, I dealt with that. And the decisions that I made that sent me to prison on August the 25th, 1994, had a lot to do with me not dealing with that particular trauma. I wanted that opportunity in 2016 to tell that, but it wasn't my time yet. Thankfully, I was asked to come be the MC, so I get to just mention it a bit. But it's not about me. It's about these 17 speakers you're about to hear from. They're going to inspire you. They're going to uplift you. They're going to break your heart. They're going to tell you some things that happened to them in their childhood that they had to deal with. And they're also going to tell you how they worked through them and overcame them. Because see, that's what TEDx is about. It's about challenging the fears and inspiring people. So with that being said, and trust me when I tell you this, we want to welcome you and thank you for taking this TEDx San Quentin journey with us today. I know, just like I said a minute ago, you're definitely going to be inspired. And remember, we're talking about challenging fears, right? And overcoming. My name is Aaron Showtime Taylor. We're about to get started with the show.